Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Thank you for being here today. To our friends in Zoom, thank you for making it on time, and also to our friends in Facebook. John couldn't join us today. He still is in Africa for different functions. But today we have a wonderful friend, another brand ambassador returning all the way from India, live all the way from India, our friend Rajat. How do you say your last name, Rajat?
I think let it be Rajat only for the time.
I-
Rajat Bandopadhyay.
Okay, there you go. I better not say
Hi.
it. So let me just put you on spotlight and remove my oops. I think I did the other way around. There you go.
Hello everybody, this is Rajat here. I'm from India, New Delhi. Thank you for giving me another opportunity to explore the DS
Hi,
platform.
Rajat. Hello,
Hi,
Rajat. From
This-
Urbino. Hello.
Oh, that's a big chunk of people from Urdun. I miss it.
We have
You have to, because the sound is a bit low in our phone number.
Hey, hi once more. So we have a wonderful team of brand ambassadors and friends in Urbina now. There we put Angela, you're on spotlight. If you could just say hi again. We have in one frame. This is a very rare occasion to see friends in one frame. Angela, Stella,
Yes.
Caroline, our
Not on
Catherine.
Hello. We are not on spotlight. Hi. Everyone
Hi.
say hello.
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 Hi, Rajat. Hi, everyone. Rajat, you should have stayed in Italy with us.
I swear,
Not on spotlight.
you're right.
Okay.
Thank you, Angela. Okay. We're excited to have you again today, to have you here today, Rajat. Yesterday
Thank-
we introduced today's activity again and highlighted that you are one of the first brand ambassadors who showed us how to hold the sticks, like you can hold the most number of sticks in one hand. So I think we get to see among the many things that we'll see today, that will be part of the fun. We look forward to seeing how you would take us on a journey with one of your favorite tools, the watercolor sticks. So take it away, Rajat.
Okay, thank you. See, today it's going to be, this is the subject which I'm going to, I'll send you across the print, but this is the landscape which I'm going to make. If you see that. Is it visible?
Yeah.
Yes, Rajat, can you unplug your phone? Did you already unplug it from
Yeah,
charging?
Yeah,
You're really muffled.
yeah, no. But this is unplugged only.
Okay.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, this is better. This is better.
Okay.
Yeah. But just
So this is-
before Rajat starts his demo, I know
Uh-huh.
Rajat has forwarded to us updated images or some of his latest works. So we'll do the PowerPoint slide because in case you are new to our session, we would like you to connect with Rajat through socials, his Instagram and Facebook, and we'll look at the next couple of slides. We will look at some of his recent artwork. So let's do this. Okay. So relate with Rajat on Instagram and also Facebook. And Rajat, if you could share a line or two about each of the following artworks, we'd appreciate it. We start with this one.
Yeah. Yeah, because last year onwards, in fact, I made a series of birds, and this is one of them which you picked up. I mean, I'm sharing. Yeah, see the rhythm of the, because I was sketching. It's not only a bird. If you see the rhythm of the, I was more inclined to capture that particular anatomy of a bird And as DS has come up with such a versatile range of colors, I found bird is the only subject where I can explore those colors. That's why I've chosen bird as a subject, and I did a series of 38, 40 painting on birds.
Mhm.
So this is one of them.
Yep.
Well, this is also. So as we know that bird cannot sit still, so I have to use that images to do this particular these series of birds. So this is also beautiful. If you see the rhythm, if you see the posture of the birds, it's beautiful. So I wanted to capture that. Well, these are very recent work of mine because I push myself to do some detailed work. If you see the gunny sack which I make, the process is a bit tedious, but it gives me an immense pleasure to do this series of Jew works. It takes another 15 to 20 days to complete. These are full imperial size work. And these pictures have been shot by me only. I do the compositions and I've taken the pictures, and based on that, this is again that, as you know, that I love to do textures. So detailing of the textures, this is a wood textures which I wanted to portray over here. The very close up of a tree. But this is, in fact, in Brisbane, this particular painting is no more with me. It is in Brisbane, there was an auction took place, and this has moved. So the subject was back here. So when I think 2019, I went to Rome and I took this picture. So this is the path which I was crossing through. I found there are a lot of dynamic colors, formations, textures, as well as, all these small details like cigarette butts. And if you see the small things which attracts me. So I like this composition. So I did that. And this has gone in auction and it's been sold also. Yeah, it's a newly born baby bird. See the chick. So maybe he's crying for food. Again, the posture I wanted to capture, and I think I have done justice for that. And these are all done with a DS stick colors. Look at it. All of them. Till now, whatever you show.
That's the last slide. Okay,
Thank you.
take it away, Rajat.
Thank you. So that's why, and as I said, this is the image which I'm going to do today. So I'll just do a quick drawing and I'll start off this particular job. And please, in between, do let me know the timing because I may go for a little relax with the time. So please let me know, how much time I left.
Okay,
I'll try my level best to finish it by time.
and we would need Anna Marie's help as well as Gabrielle's help in fielding questions from Facebook. And also, now that we have Gabrielle, also help us manage questions in Zoom.
Okay. So today I'm going to do, this is a canvas textured handmade Indian handmade paper. You can see that this is a canvas texture. This is 170 GSM paper. It's a cold press. This is the subject. So I'm just doing. My landscape drawings are very suggestive. I know not so detailed, but my other subjects, before getting into the final painting, my drawings are very intricate. So here it is, while doing the landscape, very minimalistic.
Rajat, you have people all over the world watching, especially from Vegas and Baltimore, and they're enjoying your painting.
That's so good. Hello, everybody.
Hi, Ian. I'm here in San Francisco. Hi to our
Oh.
artist.
That's
Thank
Carol.
you. So that's my drawing has been done. So now let me change the way
Here we go.
there are 13 colors that I'll be using today. So these are the 13 colors. In fact, the name of the colors I have given. Could you please,
Mhm.
mention those in the chat box so that it will be easier for others to understand which are the colors I'll be using. And so there we go.
How many sticks do we have today in your head? 1, 2, 3.
This is a 13, 1, 3. So Ethel, if you can put those name of the colors in the
Yeah,
chat box.
we'll do that.
Yeah. So thank you. Rarely I use palette because I'm quite acquainted with this particular device. Sticks.
Rajat, there's a question in the chat. They would like to know the size of your brush.
This is Da Vinci, the mop brush. Okay.
Da Vinci.
It's a yeah, Da Vinci. This is number 2 brush I'm using. It's a mop one.
Okay, we now have the colors that Rajat is using today on demo. It's in the chat. I'm gonna paste it also in the Facebook chat. And we have a question here, Rajat, from Barbara.
Yeah.
This
Hi,
is
Barbara.
for your the square blocks. Barbara wants to know how you got the incredible texture on those square blocks.
I didn't get which is the square blocks. I mean,
In one of the artworks you shared earlier, I think it's in the pathway, the stones.
okay, right.
And
Yeah,
the one that's
yeah.
put in auction. Yeah, Barbara wants to know how you did the texture.
Oh, with a brush only. That's because I don't use what do you call masking fluid at all. I do not use. Absolutely don't use.
You have incredible patience
It takes some
and
time.
well, a lot of skill, obviously, too.
Because the number of painting every year I was doing, it was going high and high. So I thought it's better to do some subject which will take, little longer time to complete. But
Does
it gives me immense pleasure. But in the beginning, it looks like a big pain. Why have I chosen that subject or something like that? But as far as subjects are concerned, I always try to look for a different subject, study subject. Which, see, always what is next better. But if we take something not looking good looking stuff, we can portray them in a beautiful way. I guess that's the even more bigger challenge. So try to portray them.
Rajat, is there a way that you can move yourself closer to the microphone of the phone?
Could you please come again?
Are you able to get closer to the microphone on your phone so we can hear you?
I think he's using AirPods.
Yes.
And that might be the issue.
Seems like we lost the phone camera.
Oops.
The top camera is missing.
Yeah, we left with one frame from Rajat.
What sometimes happens on the internet when it's got a low bandwidth is the audio is pushed into a smaller amount, and it becomes like it's underwater kind of sound.
Correct. I think the laptop and the phone are on the same wavelength.
He's trying to reconnect. And while we wait for Rajat's the other login, we do have maybe any of our brand ambassadors here, any of our artists friends here could help answer, or would you like to share your thoughts? A question from Linda: why sticks over pans? In case you need to choose between the two. Why choose sticks over pans? Go ahead, Gabrielle.
I like the sticks because I have even just a little bit more pigment. There's so much pigment in the stick. I use lots of water. I use a spray bottle when I'm painting quite a bit. This one gives a lot of a mist, and this one gives a lot of just random spits. And so when I have more pigment load, then I can add more water. And you're gonna find that out with watercolor. The more water, just like your body needs lots of water, correct? There's a huge percentage of water for your body, just like these pigments, specifically for the Permatex. On my dot card, you'll see there's a lot of Permatex colors. And so these minerals, just like these rings on my hands, these minerals, they like lots of water. And so you're going to see there are some of those sticks that are Permatex series. And so at least here in the States, you can get them as little as $9 or $11 a stick. And so I feel like you're getting a lot more pigment. But if I'm doing a quick little travel paint, I'll have my pan set with me. And It just depends on if I'm working with a minimal palette or if I need a broad range palette. So super good question. And I think we have Rajat
Thank
back.
you, Gabrielle. Yeah. We just for the interest of time, I think we just let Rajat have his camera orientation stay this way. It's in portrait mode, but at least we get to see movements of colors.
Oh, you want me to, is it now again portrait?
Yeah, it's on portrait, but I guess that's okay for now, Rajat. We do see
Yeah,
your
because we-
colors anyway.
Okay, thank you. Because that's another exercise altogether.
And now that you're back, we have a question from
Yeah.
BJ Bolan. So is the blending done entirely for your process? Is it done entirely on the paper rather than on the palette?
No, I haven't used palette till now. So I'm mixing the colors over here. One stick to the other sticks, and I'm blending with them on a paper only. You can see that. First, I'm blending it over here, and the second, I'm using this. So that is the beauty of this particular device of, the sticks. That's the beauty. I personally found that it's a absolutely, while traveling, if you carry this thing, if you forgot to carry, suppose your what do you call it, palette, I think you can easily, do your painting. I mean, that's how I do in fact.
A follow-up question, Rajat, from BJ.
Okay.
A follow-up question, Rajat, from BJ.
Okay.
A follow-up question, Rajat, from BJ. Let's check whose microphone is that. Check whose
Sorry, I didn't get you what your question. I didn't understand your question.
Okay, here we go. Just had to fix on the echo. This,
Yeah, I couldn't understand the
Page.
question. Could you please repeat that?
let me just read it. BJ asked whether you have to re-wet the paper after the initial wetting or do you use a special kind of brush?
No, the brushes are simply because I mostly 99% time I'm using Da Vinci brushes. So I don't use any other brush mostly. And there is no special brush. And as far as the papers are concerned, okay, of course, that's also, as I said, that these are textural paper, which normally I always use the textural paper because I love textures. To create that thing, paper requires, the grain requires certain amount of textures. So I use that. Otherwise, there is no special thing.
You.
Thank you. the process of my work it's a long time. Whether wait and wait also I'm doing, it takes some time because I don't do, that within the 45 minutes, 15 minutes, because mostly the job doesn't get finished. So I may not be able to complete that interview because, of course, I am going to share all of you after finishing that, what I intend to do.
William wants to know, Rajat, how's your water setup? I see one water container there. Do you
Yeah.
have another container?
No, I use only one, and this is, in fact, I can take a bath. It's pretty huge. So that's good enough for me to complete this particular job. These sticks are really good device. So I know people can do. There are a lot of ways you can do like this thing and you can do like. But at times this will harm your texture of your paper. The fiber of the paper will get torn. So few people get confused whether they is it a pastel or dry pastel or a wax pastel or something like that. So it's not, it's water soluble, and this is a unique device they have come up with.
Rajat, we have a question on Facebook from
Yeah.
Susan, and
Okay.
she's asking,
Mhm.
how long have you been using the sticks? What did you use before the sticks were available? Thank you.
That's a very good question. Before the sticks were, I used to use tubes and pans, of course. So once I got the sticks in my hand, so after that, in fact, my pans and tubes are crying much bit because I haven't used till now because there are few like yellow. This is the third yellow I'm using. So sticks I'm talking about. So prior to that, of course I used to use tubes and pens. Thank you.
Rajat, we had someone ask the question,
Mhm.
what can they also use
Mhm.
to hold the watercolor sticks? And what I saw someone using, which was really neat, was the thing that the manicurist uses that spreads your toes. This little plastic holder can also hold your watercolor sticks. And then if Buffy is around in Facebook land, maybe she can post a link. She has this thing that's almost like a belt that holds bullets, that holds the watercolor sticks.
Okay, and although I haven't come across, but well, it is depending on everyone, someone's, flexibility. How acquainted you with you. I mean, these things are with you. One has to. I mean, it is 100% because some people they hold 2 sticks in their finger or something like that. So I have done 20 sticks in my finger. So these are 13 only. So if you see that this is still in second hold another 4 or 5 over here. So it is not that. It's I'm quite acquainted with this thing, and it's very easy for me. In fact, it is not that earlier. I mean, before inventing this, I was not this, but after I got this, well, mostly and most of my paintings, which were shown and presently all detailed work, of course, I do with this and 6 one.
Rajat, this is Anna Marie, and may I ask a more general question?
Yeah, sure.
I'm curious, what are some of the challenges that you've faced as an artist? Because we can see you've been painting for many years. What are some of the challenges that you've faced, and what were the strategies that you used to overcome them?
At times, we normally being an artist, we get insecure. So yeah, even I did. Let me be very frankly, I should not. I was very insecure. Things are not happening, exactly which we are doing. But it is like it's a very good question you ask. It's like it's 100% up to you whether you stick to your that point, whether nothing is happening to still every time if you tweak like that, or instead of that, if you do some experiment, if it is not happening, to you better look for another options. So these are the challenges. Of course, it's a challenge. Looking for the subjects also sometimes become a challenge. Most of us, if you see that, people give. There are many subjects like roads, streets, buildings, landscape, but there are many ways because many way people are doing many subjects. It is 100% up to you. I mean, because the way you are doing it cannot be copied by somebody else. It has to be. I mean, it will be your own. However, you get insecure. So it's better not to get. So that was a biggest challenge. In fact, I faced. There was a time, but I somehow overcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Actually, do keep me posted how much time do I have.
You have about 25 minutes
Oh, that's a good.
But
ish.
anyway, he's more than halfway of this piece. I know that we have some audio challenges today. So this is where the blog, in case you're not aware, we do have Q&As with every guest artist, and it's available from our website. And for any returning artists, returning guest artists to John's live session, would have to answer around 5 new questions. So for this time around with Rajat, I'm going to paste in our chat the link to the updated Q&A. hopefully this will further inspire artists, inspire you. There you go, just pasted it.
Yeah, I like the new questions that are being asked in these new blogs.
For the returning guest artists.
Correct.
Right. Thank you.
Here's a direct question from sent to us from BJ. So at this stage, Rajat, is the paper still wet or to what level?
Yeah, it is wet. So I'm because I don't want to use dryer to this thing. So I'm
Right.
just giving it time because it's presently in India, in this part of India, there are a lot of moistures also. It's summer although, but it has a lot of moistures.
Hmm.
So it is taking some time to, because these areas are wet, to see that these are wet. So if I put something, it will spoil. So I'm just waiting for.
Rajat, we have a question on Facebook from Kristen, and she's asking, do you wet the paper before you start? Do you wet the
No,
paper?
no, I haven't. I haven't. It is
Thank
not.
you.
It was a dry paper. I started with absolutely dry. And then too, it would have taken much more longer time because, as I said, it's still, because if you see this area, even this is also, these are also still wet.
So I see a question from William asking about if the sticks, do you find the sticks more convenient than the pans? And I suppose Rajat or other BAs, maybe one BA, two BAs, or anyone, two from our guests could also help answer. But yeah, to you, Rajat, do you? I know your answer to this, but I think it's good to hear it again, especially for our guests. So, do you find sticks more convenient to use than the pans?
It does. It's a really convenient. I mean, whoever has not been used sticks before, I will insist them. If they use once, I think they will hook on.
I just remember that last year when Rajat finally got hold of more of our sticks, he was so inspired to use them that he proceeded to paint 30 birds, right, Rajat?
Yeah, absolutely.
30 birds using the sticks, just the sticks.
Yeah.
And the link is also part of a blog that's available on our website. It's the link is in the chat. If you want to have a look of those 30 birds, you'll be amazed.
The number has got increased. So
Has
earlier I made
increased.
30, so yeah, it has been increased. So I think I did 40 or 40, 40 birds.
40.
Yeah, that's right. Because
And you'll be
because the number of shades we have, somehow we have to use, because the DS is coming up with such brilliant thing, and unless and until we are using, because mostly what happened, we being artists, maybe we are using 20, 15, 20, 24 colors at the most. We don't use that one. So what is going to happen for the rest of the, so 250 plus colors? So that was the main reason to come up with, that this particular subject on birds, because the birds has got, n number of colors. So that's why I have chosen birds as a subject. And I found that DS color is a little less because the bird has more color. So that's why. But of course, it is serving purpose. And the best part is these colors are all pre-mixed. It's not yellow is not only yellow. Yellow ochre is mixed with little burnt sienna, little burnt umber. That's the best part of DS quality, I must say. So each color is not the primary color. They're mixed with other colors also. So that's an additional advantage by using the DS colors. I mean, Daniel Smith colors, of course.
For our audience, for our friends in Zoom, there is an interesting discussion about how to hold or store your watercolor sticks. That's in Facebook. So perhaps after the session, and you want to find out what artists have to offer or have in mind when it comes to storing the sticks, you can just quickly check the comments from our Facebook page.
Yeah, sure. It will be great.
The
Yeah.
stream today will be available up on our timeline. So you can just scroll through the comments.
Of course, I will do that. I would love to see that. Different people are using sticks in a different way. Someone is chopping the sticks into 3 or 4 pieces, putting inside a pan. So it is 100% everyone's convenience. It is depending on their convenience. So whichever way you are convenient, I think that's the best thing. But here, what is happening till now, if you could see that I haven't used my palette at all, and because I'm mixing here over here the colors with each sticks, and my sticks are as fresh as each color, if you see that.
Hello, Rajat.
Hi.
Yeah.
Is landscape your favored thing to paint, or do you have a broad range?
Well, no, it's not that, but it is one of the favorite things, which of course I must say that landscape, one of my favorite subject, but it is not only because there was extensively I did, a couple of maybe 7-10 years only landscape. Then I got into the textural work, which is, I started working with rust. So that helped me to create a little buzz in the market. So that's how. It's not only because I do change my taste as far as art tastes are concerned. So it is not only, but of course, there was a time I was extensively, I was making, what do you call it, landscape as a subject.
Right.
Thank
Do
you.
you, do you, do you find that using the sticks is an advantage when painting landscapes?
Yeah, it is. While doing a plein air or something, it is an really added advantage. Every time you have to pour colors from a tube, open the tube or a pan, mix it up. And here what is happening, you just hold it in your hand or, one by one also you can do that. So it is, of course, an added advantage. So
Yeah.
precisely that is what I'm saying, that whoever has not, till now has not been used these particular sticks, I will insist, once they get into the sticks, I think they will forget using the pan and a tube like me. Although I will forget. I do use.
Do you ever use any big brush techniques with
Yeah,
with the
of course.
stick?
Yeah, I have used sticker brush. Sticker brush. Like,
Right.
this.
So it's not restricted to how small the stick is it?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Right.
It is depending on the size of the paper. In fact, if I use that sticker brush in this, the one stroke will cover the entire page. So I thought that is the reason I've chosen a little thinner brush. Otherwise, I do use the thicker brush while doing bigger work.
I think William's wanting to know a bit more about the brush. I don't know if it's the brush that you're using at the moment or
Please come again. What did you say?
the bristle type.
This one?
William is wanting to know a bit more about the bristle brush that you use.
I answered the question, Ian.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you did. Yeah.
Rajat, Bell wants to know whether you have to hold the sticks or place the sticks in a particular arrangement.
Yeah, it is depending on my conveniency. Like, if you see that, because it's not that, but of course, I know even in a palette also, we pour the color in our convenience, isn't it? Similarly, on this, similarly, exactly. That, okay, I know these are the colors that if I'm not seeing the colors and I'm started mixing them, because I know these colors next to is this, like that way.
Thank you for answering that.
Mhm.
Maybe next time I'll do that wash, DS wash. But of course, there I'll be using the tubes.
We're happy to spot this question from Linda asking about our blog for our friends in Zoom and also in Facebook. In case you're not aware, up on our website, we have a section just for blog, and the blog has tons of helpful information and we update it regularly. One of that is Rajat's inspirational process of the birds. So we just pasted a direct link to our blog in our chat, and I'm gonna do that also in Facebook.
Thank you. Thank you. So more or less, I'll stop here. So now this is total break. Let it get right. So little bit tweaking will be required. This is
Famous question. How do you know when you're finished?
Thanks for
it's
asking,
like
Chris.
I know. This is it will come within, it will come within because we do intend to do, overwork or something like that, but it comes within, you feel like, okay, this is the time I must give up, I stop this particular job. So it's very difficult, like in that case, to give a proper answer when, it's like it will come automatically. So I should not do anymore, otherwise maybe it will get overworked or something like that? Yeah. It's now. So since my the screen is vertical, so I guess, is it okay, or should I do it
turn
after?
it- Okay, one
Right
more.
this way?
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Yay, yep.
Bravo.
Yay.
Not everybody finishes in the time.
I know. Yes.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Rajat. As always, you're very generous with your tips. And I know, like, for the past 2 years, you've always shared with us how much you enjoy using sticks. And today's
Mhm.
just amazing to see you feeling that sheet of paper, like blank sheet, to now, how it looks like now. Will you help us take a photo of this artwork and share on your Instagram or Facebook so that we could repost it too?
Yeah, I'll be sending you. Of course, I will do that.
All right. Thank you. And to all our guests today, let's do a gallery view. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on Friday Live. I know John misses everybody here. Hopefully he gets to join us next week. Next week's guest artist is Fernando de Paiva, all the way from Brazil. And Fernando is known for portraits. So I hope we do hope that you could also join us for next week. Have a
Right.
wonderful weekend, everybody. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, you too. Bye-bye.
next
Thank you,
week.
Rajat.
Just a quick
Thank you.
thank you to Anna Marie and
Bye-bye.
Gabriel for helping us with questions today. Bye.
Bye-bye.